guys, welcome back to our channel. So if you guys are new to our channel, this is my husband. Recently, you guys might have seen the video that we posted a few weeks ago where our son recently came out as transgender. And because it was just me and Lex in the video, you guys might have been wondering what Lex's dad thinks about everything. So basically we're here to have Chris, as the father of Lex, express what he's feeling, you know, your honest thoughts about everything, and we're going to discuss even what it was like from the beginning when the both of us first found out about this. And hopefully this will help a lot of you guys who might be going through the same thing, whether you're a part of like the LGBTQ community or whether you're a parent of someone who is. Hopefully this video will help you. Since I already kind of answered some questions in the Meet My Son video, I'm going to go ahead and ask Chris some of your guys' questions. So Chris, would you like to talk about what it was like when Lex first came to us?
I think you came to me about it, and I mean, for me, it was like, is it a phase? Like that, these are things that I was thinking about. Is it just certain things? But I mean, since the beginning though, Lex has always been into boy things, so it wasn't really a big deal for me. I questioned a lot of things. Was it something that I did or me and my dad? Because Lex always was drawn to me and my dad, to grandpa. So every time Lex would go, you know, to visit his grandparents, they would always do like boy stuff. Go hiking, go biking, like those were the
Fishing,
things. Yeah.
Never like shopping, buying new clothes and going to Justice, you know, the typical stereotypical things that girls are into.
I mean, we've talked to a therapist, you know, we've seen a therapist and whatnot. I asked these questions and there's literally nothing that I could have done. Regardless, it's my kid. I love him for who he is, so it doesn't really matter to me. You know, I just want my kid to be happy regardless of, it's my child. I should always love my child no matter what. So again, for me it was just like, you go 15 years with calling your child her when it's finally public and you can tell everyone. It's kind of like, okay, I really have to get used to saying these things to make, you know, him feel who he is and who he should be. So
when it comes to pronouns, we have been using the proper pronouns behind the camera. So you guys didn't see, but this has been going on for about a year and a half before we even made the Meet My Son video. When the cameras were off, we were always saying our son, he, him, his. We were in a therapy session with Lex's therapist at the time, and I think it took about maybe 5 sessions up until when the therapist told us that Lex was ready to start having us use the right pronouns. And so we did, and yes, to answer your guys' questions, yes, we did slip up here and there many times, and we felt really like sorry about it, and we immediately apologized. Sometimes I won't notice it that I slip, and then Chris will like correct me, and then vice versa. The people that do matter in our family are putting in the effort as well. For example, Chris's parents came here for Christmas just like a month ago, and we told them, and they were having a hard time getting used to it too, but you know, they've been supportive. That pretty much covers Chris's general explanation of what he thinks about this whole thing.
So the reason why I was saying, was I doing something wrong? Could I have changed anything? I literally was only feeling these things because of course I don't want my kid's life to be hard. I want to make sure that, not that I wouldn't accept him for who he is, but just the fact that I want to make sure that he lives an easy life, and I don't want his life to be any harder than what it should be. But again, these are things that we just can't change. This is who he is and has always been.
Yeah, I think if you're a good parent, you're always going to wonder if there's something that you might have done if Lex was rebellious. You always have to question what you did as a parent. So a lot of you guys sent a ton of your questions in that you guys have specifically related to our son and what we think about him coming out as himself. So we're just going to answer just a few questions because there's so many, and maybe we'll make more videos about this topic in the future if Lex is okay with that. Of course, like with every video that we do about him, we always make sure that he's okay with it. Somebody asked, do we miss the Lex any? I'm not just saying this because I'm trying to be the supportive parent and the good parent, but it really is this way. Lex was never a girl. Never.
That's why I laugh.
Yeah, exactly. So there was never the moments of like, mother and daughter shopping days or me dressing Lex up. No, those things just didn't happen. Maybe I dressed Lex up and chose his clothing and, you know, fixed his hair when he was younger and too young to like know who he is and like put his foot down.
Every single choice growing up for Lex, it was always more towards the boyish types of clothes, types of choices.
So yeah, that jumps into like the second question actually. People are asking, is this something that we knew? Were we surprised? And to be honest, we didn't know what it was, but we always knew there was something different about Lex. And when we found out and got to understand what the transgender community is that it's basically a boy that's in a, you know, a body that doesn't match who his gender is. You know, to be honest, it all made sense after that, for me actually. So that explains it all for me. Like, it just clicked. It's because you were a boy this whole time. So when it all started to make sense, I started to feel really bad because there were moments like during the 8th grade dance and for our wedding that I brought Lex out shopping with me. And then, you know, as a mom, not knowing any of this that's going on with Lex, I wanted to like take Lex out to get something to wear for the dance because I'm like, oh wow, it's your first dance, I'm so excited. You guys know how I am. Just for the sake of like creating those special moments as like any mom wants to do, I wanted to take Lex out shopping to buy like something nice to wear for the dance because it was like his first dance. He didn't want to do those things. He was very resistant. He didn't say why, so I thought maybe like Lex didn't want to bond with me. It just didn't make sense to me at the time. Why was Lex like giving me a hard time about trying to find something nice to wear? Of course, they were girls' clothes, so when I found out what was going on with Lex, I couldn't even be upset because it just makes sense. Like, you were never my daughter. You were just always my son. Gosh, I wish that we knew that, you know? The only thing that I feel bad about is that we didn't know. We're just grateful that Lex ended up telling us and coming to us.
You don't want a kid to hold or repress anything growing up. You want them to be open and
trust you.
Yeah, you want them to be almost like your best friend, so that way they growing up they don't keep anything from you. Every parent should have that relationship with them, and it's sad that some kids don't feel that, and we always wanted to make sure that Lex had parents that
a safety net.
Talk and say whatever you want with no judgment.
And if you are a parent watching this, or if you're going to be a parent one day, that's one of the strongest things that I can recommend, as I think that it's really important to create that, allow them to be honest with you and making sure that you don't get mad at them or jump down their throat so that they keep coming back to you, because it might be like a safety thing one day. Maybe they need somebody to turn to, but they have nobody, and you need to be that for them. Number one, you need to be the protector of your child, and that's all it is to it. You know, who cares about other people's feelings or what other people or parents say or judge? Who cares? So a lot of you guys want to know about how Lex ended up telling us, and Lex told me first, but I'm not gonna tell that story right now. I actually want to ask Alexis if it's okay for, you know, me to share this.
Even have Lex share.
So the last question that we're gonna answer really quickly is, how is your family taking the news? And surprisingly, there's been so much support, even from places that I didn't think that it would come from, like the religious people in my family. I wasn't quite sure how my mom was gonna react, but my mom has surprisingly been very supportive and kind about it. Hi guys, so our camera just died, so sorry about that. So we didn't get to close out the video, but we want to get this video up ASAP.
Just wanted to say we love you so much, and we just want you to be the happiest kid in the whole wide world. And I bet this makes you happy. Okay.
This makes me happier.
And this makes me happier.
These two's bond can never be broken.
I have a rubber band so I can show you guys PTSD.
Stop.
Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you guys haven't already joined our Dear More Darling family, go ahead and do so by hitting the subscribe button down below and turn the notification button on as well, so you can be the first to be notified of all these videos on our channel. And don't forget to follow us on social media. We'll have our links right here and listed down below as well. As always, we love you darlings very much, and we will talk to you later. Love you darlings. Bye.
When I wake up